What's up, everybody? So I just want to talk a little bit about Derrick Henry. Obviously, he's playing for the Baltimore Ravens now, running back over 1,000 yards, and he's a big back. What I mean by big back is he weighs over 225 pounds, probably close to 250 pounds. He's 6 foot tall or whatever he is, and one of the reasons why I think he's so successful. First of all, Baltimore was already a successful team, and they presented physical challenges to teams. So if you look at the way football is mostly played now, even down the youth level, there's a lot of passing. It's a wide open type of game. So defenders are more used to playing in space, covering screens to the outside and bubble screens and things like that, and finesse type running plays. So the mindset of the defenders are to defend like spread type offenses, or they're going to play in space. They're going to have to tackle people in space. They're not going to be confined to the box, which is from tackle to tackle. Now, if you go back to the 1980s, like when somebody like John Riggins was playing, for example, Otis Anderson was playing, or some of these big backs. When the New York Giants showed up to RFK Stadium back then, they knew that they were going to have to stop 40 runs by John Riggins, who was a 240-pound back, and he banged it in there. They knew, mentality-wise, they knew that they were going to have to stop the run, and a physical running game, not just a finesse style running game. Okay, so it was, and they didn't really, passing back then. If you could pass a little bit, that defenders weren't really, they could stop the pass, but that wasn't what they were geared to. So now you fast forward to today. In today's football, defenders are more geared to finesse style, wide open type of football. And so now the Baltimore presents a problem with Derrick Henry because he's kind of a throwback to the John Riggins type of running back. And you got these defenders that really don't want to play that type of football. They want to play wide open, run to the bubble screen, the zone read. It's not really that physical of a game. It is physical, but not as physical as it was probably in the 80s or that type of thing. So you got Derrick Henry running in there, banging in there at 250 pounds. And guys just simply don't want to do that anymore. He's like a throwback to an era that's past. And like I said, the defenders aren't wired. They aren't geared to really do that anymore. So he presents an advantage for Baltimore. They were already physical, but now they got a 250-pound back to go with it. And then you throw in the threat of, if you overcommit to Derrick Henry, then you got Lamar Jackson. So that presents a whole nother issue. So Derrick, his big advantage to me now is that he's a big back, and guys just don't want to do that anymore. They don't mentally want to. They don't want to line up and do that anymore. First of all, you can get hurt doing it, and it's just the football that they've played probably since youth football has been a wide open brand of football. And they just haven't had to line up for 40 plays and tackle a guy that's 250 pounds. That's more of an 80s thing. Guys like Lawrence Taylor, they would have been ready to do that showing up to RFK Stadium. Let me know what you think. That's just some of my thoughts about why Derrick Henry has been successful in his career and continue that in Baltimore this year. Let me know what you think.